So, those who don't know who these are, I'm not really familiar with them myself. Their names, because I think it's a group duo type channel, is called Ian and Roman, or Romaine, depending on who you say it. But Roman, I'm going to say it. Ian and Roman. I think they're pretty much anime, or at least artists who are going to make a manga or anime, because it says here, we tried making a manga in 1 week, but filmed it like an anime. Alright, so let's see what that's about, and see what they're going to do about this. Just want to make sure before I say anything. Let me see. Make sure that the sound is on par. Okay, like this high. Just make it high enough so we know we can hear it. Because the last thing.
GAMERARTGIRL, said PLEASE folded hands emoji smiling face with smiling eyes emoji PUTMHA.
Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Alright, so this is what Ian and Roman's up to. So we tried making a manga in 1 week and we filmed it like an anime.
Okay, we have to make a manga in 3 days.
I can't think of anything. I don't have one story yet.
Alright, come on, what do you got?
I think I got a good story coming. I'm definitely gonna show Ian this and see what he thinks about it.
I need you to believe in the story. Otherwise, how the hell am I gonna draw it?
It's all up to you now.
Because if we do not get that done by today, I can't see a world where we get this done by tomorrow.
Present day.
Yo, what else they saying?
Let's see. Are you guys twins?
Cousins.
What is your guys' birthday?
March 13th.
March 14th. Why do you
Okay.
guys create? We'll put a pin in that one. When are you making another manga? We could make a manga again.
Again?
Again?
Again. I mean, we already did that.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Why do it again?
Why do it again?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. We did get better at drawing.
We got tough.
Times better.
Way better.
So much better.
Undeniably better at drawing.
But I mean, we've done it before, right? I mean,
See, the thing is for me, like, making a manga is, I don't know. People just say I'm doing it like hotcakes. Like I don't find that like something that I don't find that something that you could just go and do. You know what I'm saying?
GAMERARTGIRL, said SRYIHAVETOGOCAUSENOTHERSTREAMERLIVEBYEBY.
All right, later. But please change your font. That spelling crap is insane. Later's. Anyway, so I don't see how people just jump into doing a manga. Do you know how much work it is to just doing a manga? It's like pretty much like doing animation. It's kind of crazy.
it would be boring.
Boring's not good.
Boring is not good. We can make it interesting.
How?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's brainstorm.
Sell it?
Did that.
Share it?
We will.
Publish it?
Too long.
Give it away.
For free?
Competition?
Too long.
What if we fly to Japan, walk into Shonen Jump, and give it straight to an editor?
Okay, they said they're twins, but they don't look like twins. Anything, they look like brothers, but I don't think twins. Twins don't really hit me. They look like brothers or cousins, but I don't see no twin.
We could try.
Good enough.
Okay, we got a lot on the list this time. Getting to Japan with the manga is the goal. It's why we're making this. We can't show up without a solid manga chapter.
That would be bad.
Okay, so manga comes first. As for Japan, getting there won't necessarily be hard, but we gotta figure out whether we can just walk in the jump. And then, of course, we're navigating a foreign country, so we're gonna need a translator. And then there's the cost.
Alright, one thing at a time. Let's start where we always do, with the story. Thinking of a story out of thin air can be hard, but it's also one of the most fun parts. The fun
True, but then what's annoying about that is like, why go all the way to Jump? Why go to Japan and just use webtoons? That probably might be the best thing to do.
fun comes from there being no restrictions. You can really just let your imagination go wild, deciding to do something you've always wanted to do or that inspires you. However, the downside of no restrictions is that you can get lost and end up doing random things that are straying away from what you really want to write. The key is to let your mind wander while keeping a goal lightly in mind. returning to it only when you find yourself straying too far.
You got something?
I got something. You got something?
I got something.
All right, bet, let's go.
Wait. Hold on. Yo, I've always wanted to do this like exchanging of ideas thing in a coffee shop. I feel like that's just super aesthetic.
There's no coffee shops around here, though.
I know, but we really just need the mood, right?
I guess they went to film school.
Not that bad.
Looks pretty good. Hold on.
All right, you go first.
Alright. I have a ton of stories, so just bear with me. This one I got, it's a little different. It's called Stickman Odyssey.
I think the only problem with this particular video, and this is not, I guess this is somewhat of a criticism of them. Like, the compositions are good, what they're doing, trying to make it like an anime per se. The issue is it's the audio itself, and I'm pretty sure they're very much aware that the audio is very it's very distracting because it sounds like they're in a coffee shop. It sounds like they're just kind of recording from like their phones per se. But I think phones these days are a lot more better than they are now. But like, I don't know, it just kind of feels that way to me. Kind of like it's just really distracting. It's like they're using a cheap microphone.
Stickman Odyssey.
Stickman Odyssey. Imagine a normal world where everything's going exactly how it's supposed to. Normal people, normal life. Everyone goes about their daily lives just like we do.
And the problem is, and I notice this a lot of YouTubers do this, or people are starting out, they tend to make the background music louder than them 90% of the time and don't even notice it. And what's happening is that they end up being their voice ends up arguing or end up fighting with the background noise on a constant. It's really annoying, but it's like a typical thing that happens a lot. I ran into the same problem when I started out doing YouTube way back when, and I realized how loud the background noise was so much. Like the background music, it's so distracting. I had this current problem just recently when I was doing the drawing of what was it? It was the OC drawing of Skylar, and I realized on TikTok that the audio was so loud on the music. It's kind of hard to hear the AI talk when I used the AI talking thing for it to explain what was going on in the video. That shit was crazy. I was so annoyed, but I couldn't take it back. It was way too late. But always be aware of your audio because that could be a real problem.
Okay.
But our main character is a stickman. A stickman who feels left out because of his appearance. So he's determined to get a real body so he can experience life how everyone else does. But he soon realizes that a body is not what makes him human.
Shed WMLKCKE says, who are you drawing?
I'm doing an artwork for a commission for my client here. She wanted me to draw her character. She picked this pose, so she wanted me to draw her character in a chibi form.
Of self-discovery. Now, before you say anything, imagine if I were a stickman. Imagine the pain I would feel not fitting into society.
Is that it?
Stickman Odyssey.
Not your worst idea. You can grab that. I just got one major.
Shed WMLKCKE says, is it okay if you draw a dinosaur in the next live?
Which we can
No, that's a suggestion. If you do that, then you have to pay for that. That's not something I typically draw, so if you want me to draw that, you have to pay for that.
draw versus realistic
In a
people.
real, detailed world.
Yeah. We got the stick.
Not that I can't, it's just something that people won't watch me draw, so if I'm gonna draw that and people are not gonna watch me, you gotta commission me for that. At least I'm getting something out of it than nothing.
Figure part down. We can't draw realistic people. The idea was better than us. We can put it like that.
Yeah.
Another time. Another time.
It's too different for us right now.
Sure.
Alright, so what you got?
Alright, get this. It's called Total Reset. Imagine you and your friends live your entire lives all the way up to 21 years old. But after a world-ending threat destroys all of humanity, your lives get reset and you're brought back to the first grade. Your memories slowly come back, but it's only to your group of friends. Eventually, you realize the world threat is happening again, and the reset happens again. After multiple resets, you and your friends decide it's your job to find out what's happening and how to stop it.
That sounds awesome.
I know. But I don't want to do it.
What?
All those characters that we got to design, I mean, it's a group of friends, right? And it starts off with a giant battle in the end of the world.
Well, it's a lot of work. This is why I don't know how people just say I'm starting a manga or a webtoons. And just says they're just gonna do it. Do you know how much work that takes? That's a lot of work.
We just don't have the time to build all that up in one chapter.
So what was the point of even saying it?
Because I thought of something 10 times better. Imagine a world where at any moment you could be dropped into a game where you're playing for your life. While walking home from school one day, you randomly drop through a portal into another blank world. When you come to, you see there's 8 others standing in a circle, and these words floating in the middle of your group. Welcome to this world game. If you win, you leave. If you lose, you don't. This game can only have one winner. The first round starts in 10 seconds. Before you know—
So technically it's a battle royale. Is that what that is? I think that's what that is. That was just it's just Battle Royale. He just changed the name to World Game or something.
But you're thrust into this game. But you're smart, so you win. And you continue on. By the end, you win the last game, and you're the last one there. A score gets updated by your name and face in the sky, and you return home. But you
Or pretty much Squid Game if you think about it.
find out this didn't just happen to you. All over the world, various people got sucked into different world games, with only the winners coming out alive. A new natural disaster just got created, and you're one of the survivors. Alright, what do you think?
Dude, I think that can actually work.
Really?
I actually like that idea.
Alright, great. Let's work on the script tonight and then get some character designs going and let's see what happens.
Alright, man, let's go.
Yo, dude, come look at this.
Just to be clear, the reason I have to pause and explain myself is because YouTube gets mad when I just play it just straight off and don't say anything, because I just want to watch it too, but I have to do this because if it's gonna be reaction, it shows transformative to a degree. So I have to do this to give my opinion on what's happening to a degree. I don't have to say on every little thing, but I'm just giving you guys heads up on that. So if you get annoyed me pausing it, I'm sorry, but that just has to happen. That's the whole point of this. So yeah.
Okay, so apparently they have a walk-in policy, kind of. If you call Shonen Jump and you have a manga, you can just meet with an editor.
But okay, so we can actually just do this.
I think we can. Of course, though, there's the fact that we don't speak the language, so we're going to need someone to translate when we're talking to the editor. We're also going to need someone who can tell us where to go, have a place to stay.
Kofi
We need to make some
Streambot
calls.
said visit
We gotta make some calls
ARTEXTRIC's
now.
Kofi page at.
What is that? I don't know what that abbreviation means.
Jacob!
Yo, Josh.
Yo, Sean?
I knew I still had your number. I'm sorry, I just kind of forgot.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I know. But listen,
No, you're going to laugh at this.
do you know anybody
In Japan,
that knows the language and can help us translate for a video?
at all. I mean anyone at this point.
Okay, that's all good, but if somebody
And why he
comes,
said
let me know.
Honkai
Please
Star
let me know.
Rail.
Okay, well, if you get anything, just give me a buzz back.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. I think Gunther. Okay, no, I have never played Honkai Star Rail. The reason why I have Gunther, the little ghost
Hamrai
thing
said
next
because
to me.
of the ghost in your model.
Yeah, the reason I have the little ghost next to me is because it was a gift that was given to me by my rigger. Because I commissioned him to rig my character. So I made the character, but he rigged it because I sucked at rigging it. So he rigged it for me. So he gave it to me as a gift for commissioning him. So his name is, the little ghosty ghost here is Gunther. That's his name. That's what we named him, and that's what we're gonna run with. But no, I have never played Honkai Star Rail.
Hamrai said or.
I have thought of playing it, but I don't know yet. Because, like, I have a bunch of sponsorships that ask me to play it, but, like, I think everyone's played it enough, so it kind of seems pointless to play it.
Hamrai said you should definitely play it. It's a
hold
good
on.
game.
Wait. Let me get his number. Stay on the line.
That would be perfect.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
Dude, thank you. Like, thank you.
Yo, thank you, bro. Thank you so much. I'm gonna reach out to him right now.
code.castlabs.caffeinated.app.docs.chat.viewer.event_message.rich_message.attachment. Hamurai said give it a shot just for the fun and experience.
Okay, for the manga, we got the concept
I'll get around
down.
to it.
And last night, we whipped up some character designs. Now, it's time to script and storyboard.
I'm actually supposed to go back and play Zenless Zone Zero, but I've been putting it off as well because I know there's a bunch of new stuff that's on the game. But like, I gotta find time. But I gotta also find time to do Honkai if I'm gonna do the sponsorship on that too. So might as well.
Before we do, we decided we need to do some research on what a manga really looks like.
Jolly
We're
and
gonna
Sure
go to
says you
Japan,
mean
Frankly,
procrastinating?
we want it to be worth it.
Procrastinating?
I
So
wanna say
this one needs to be way better
I'm just
than our
too
last
busy.
manga. We don't just want to make a manga.
Behind.
We want to
I'm
become
too far behind to like do stuff. So
mangaka. So first, we're gonna look at style.
The most iconic part of manga. You can't miss it. Crazy hair, big eyes, stretched proportions.
But what you can miss are all the other details that make it unique from other comic styles.
Like page bleed, where the art goes past the borders.
And impact lines to emphasize certain feelings, moods, and emotions.
A lot of these extra details were missing in our last one, so this is an easy way to make it look more credible.
Then there's story. Manga is unique in that you know your goal is to have multiple arcs, and so setting up a great concept in a world that has infinite possibilities is crucial to getting something popular. But there's no real story without characters. Each one needs a personality that jumps off the page, and a fitting past that intertwines with the story.
Why is this the person you're following for this story? That's the question you want to ask.
And everyone's favorite, the work schedule. Manga are known for having insane work schedules, especially in Weekly Shonen Jump, where new chapters due every week. That means most likely 70+ hour work weeks, constant pressure of your story getting ads, everything bad that comes from sitting in a chair all day.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Support.
But they get the chance to create art that millions of people will read, enjoy, and possibly personally get affected by. It's a great gift if you can pull it off.
Fallen Night Violet said I am alright Kitty at 33 wow.
Alright, a little to the left. Good. Okay, now smile. No, not too big. Like you're at picture day, but you don't like the background your parents chose.
that's good. I'm glad that you're
There you
okay.
go. Okay.
Your day's good.
Dude, do we gotta wear these suits?
We want to look respectful.
Fallen Night Violet asks how are you teach?
I'm doing
Just in
well.
case our network doesn't get back to
Just
us, we
trying-
decided to try some alternative
trying to-
methods just to get some help.
Trying to get just stuff done. I'm behind schedule since I just got my tablet back, so I'm trying to get this done as fast as possible alongside doing the content creation with the reactions that we're doing. So for those who don't know, we're doing a reaction here. This will be on, I guess, the art channel. I don't know yet. Maybe this should be on the reaction
What Rick's
channel.
official said be a support hero today. By
Oh.
using commands like /donation.
Because I don't know yet. I might put this on the reaction channel. I'm not totally sure yet, but we'll figure that out. But mainly we're doing this reaction based on these two brothers who are trying to make an anime or a manga.
Fallen Night Violet said Neodave one shock you're gonna have a lot to do.
So yeah, I do have a lot. I have a lot of animex I gotta get out of the way. I got a bunch of questions I have to answer from students. So
With this.
Okay, what should we write?
How about, hey guys, we want to go to Japan and show our manga that we made in 7 days with pretty much no real experience making a manga. Would anyone in Japan be willing to accompany us? It'll be fun. Also, we're trying to learn Japanese. Okay, what does this mean?
Dude, I have no idea.
Good morning. Okay? Means good morning.
Good morning.
Alright, what does this mean?
Dude, I don't know.
It's the same one. It means good morning.
Maybe I could focus if these blocks weren't here.
Alright, anything on the Reddit?
Yeah, we didn't get any responses yet, but we got banned in 3 communities.
Why?
Self-promotion.
self-promotion. Okay.
He chose wrong.
How?
In that situation, statistically, it's better if you switch every time than stay with your original choice.
What?
So we decided that logic puzzles would be a cool way to set up the first game. And we know everyone loves a genius main character. But now that we're almost done with the script, we're realizing there's a lot of problems. Our storyboards, if we can even call them that, are approaching 40 pages long. That means starting tomorrow, we have 4 days to draw 40 pages of manga. It takes a whole team to do 20 plus pages in 1 week. But ours definitely aren't as detailed or complex, so hopefully that helps. Also, we still don't have a bite on Japan. We know somebody who may be able to help us out, but we're still waiting back to hear from them. And honestly, if we don't have a manga by the time they reach out, I don't think we're gonna go. Not gonna lie, this is starting to stress me out. But at least tomorrow, all we gotta focus on is drawing in Japan.
Did you guys not do like major research for doing this?
Roman?
Yo.
Something's wrong.
What?
Okay, so we figured out that that pink stuff is art block, and it's messing stuff up right now.
Bro, just treat it like a world game. Like, they won't go away until we finish the manga.
No, that sucks. See, this is what I was worried about. Our storyboards suck buns since we rushed them, and now that we can't think of any ideas, it's really hard to come up with panels. Look, we don't have time to figure this out, so we're just gonna push through.
I can't actually tell if this is like real time them was doing this or they have this already scripted. I can't tell. I really can't.
We're finished. No, we're finished. I hate art block and it hates me. We only have 4 pages done out of 40. Out of 40. And I can't, no, I can't draw. I can't do it. Drawing people, when I see the anatomy right next to me is one thing, but drawing from imagination is something completely different.
Then you need to practice. There's no art block, you just don't practice long enough. Sorry, that's literally the facts of, that's why it doesn't exist. Art block does not exist. What's happening is that because he doesn't know how to draw well and he doesn't practice enough, he's having this weird mental block where when he's trying to think of a particular pose, it's like a fuzzy thing you're trying to figure out, and you're just kind of like winging it. That's the problem. You need to practice. This is where I understand they're trying to use like a more simplistic art style, I guess, to a degree, but it doesn't matter how simplistic your art style is. If you cannot visualize what you're visualize in a sense that you can construct it in a simple way for you to understand, therefore you're going to have a hard time. You can like brain your way through it, but like then again, it's going to be a long process. This is where this problem comes in on a constant. Maybe I will put this on the art thing because I can use art tactics on this. But like, yeah, it doesn't exist. It does not exist. We're using the term art block wrong. I think that's where the problem comes in. We're constantly using that term wrong. It does not exist. What's happening is lack of understanding of the fundamentals, whether it be your anatomy, perspective, shapes, forms, composition, whatever case may be. That's where it is. Because if you can because for you to have art block, that means you can actually draw virtually anything or everything. It's like because like writer's block is much more believable compared to art block, especially if your so-called anime or your story is very out there. You can kind of get away with most things or certain things. But when it comes to like writer's block, you can literally write yourself in a corner, and it has to make enough sense for your audience to feel like you're not wasting their time. You know what I'm saying? There's the difference between that. It's like a art block. Art writer's block is kind of like a math equation to a degree. If it doesn't make sense, it's not going to make sense, right? If you write it in a certain way, it's not going to make sense. That's why you have to be very careful when you're writing your characters in a particular way, because if their personality traits or whatever that drives them or motivates them to do what they need to do ends up being totally shifted on a dime with no reasonable understanding, then that you're going to make your audience get annoyed real fast. And like, how can you just switch to one thing to the next so drastically? That annoys people fast. So this is where this problem comes in compared to like writer's block. Writer block is more real than art block, I'm telling you.
We're finished. We're not gonna be able to get this done. We're not going to Japan. I say we just let it go.
Okay, well, I think I have an idea.
Really? Because I have none.
Okay, well, I was looking over the storyboards, you know what I'm saying, and around page 20, there's actually a good end point.
That's after the first round.
Exactly. Now look, it doesn't build out the whole world we're trying to do, but it leaves off on a good cliffhanger. What do you think?
Sounds like we'll actually be able to finish if we do that, so I don't think we have a choice.
Okay, so we're back on track. We got about 7 pages done today. That puts us at about the halfway point. The art block settled at night for some reason, so with that, if we continue at this pace, we should be good. 2 more days to go. Bro, oh my gosh.
Don't force it, dude.
Dude, I'm forcing it.
I see what they're doing. You hear the tempo? Where's that tempo from? Does anyone recognize where that tempo's from? I see what they're doing there. Oh, let's go. That's definitely pretty cool.
Milovic said, yo, sup back.
What's up? That's definitely fully cool. You can't tell me.
Milovic
Bro,
said, damn an epic drawing.
Thank you.
Honestly, bro, it doesn't even matter. We're just not at this level yet, which I'm fine with, but I just don't think I was ready to go to Japan to show them this.
Yeah. But then it's just like, why are we even doing this?
I hear it.
Milovic said NGL would smash even if not finished.
Gotcha.
Dude, we're done.
No,
That's
that
it?
was weird.
Just put the last text bubble.
That's crazy, bro. We have like half the day left.
Yeah, I mean, the last scenes weren't filled with that much stuff, and the art block went away.
We just made a 26-page manga in a week.
Not bad.
Yo, hold on. Let me see 13 Earths.
Wake up, you know.
Wait a minute, how do you have art block when you have a script? That's kind of weird. What the hell?
Alright, so even though we decided not to go to Japan, it's crazy to think that we made a 26-page manga chapter, and even crazier to see the improvement. And as for why we create stuff, it could be because of the satisfaction of improvement, the fun of creating something, or because of a specific goal. But sometimes it just boils down to why not.
Okay, so we're going to Japan next time.
Oh yeah, next time we're gonna
Milovic
have
said,
the
"What are you
flights
watching?"
booked and the house rented before we even start the
We're
challenge.
watching this video based on two brothers who wants to go to Japan to sell their manga or sell their manga idea to Shonen Jump. I don't see the point of going all the way to Japan to sell this to Shonen Jump. I think there's American type inspired shonen like companies who wants to do that already. Or even if this was like years before that, you can always just put on webtoons. It's not like you can't. But then again, it's like I guess it's not the same, I guess, to most people.
That sounds right.
But until then, it's practice, practice, practice.
That's what I'm saying.
Really? What does this mean? Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to read the full manga, click the link in the description below. If you want to order a physical copy, a special poster, or both, click the link to our website, also in the description. Thanks for watching, and comment what we should do next.
Well, that was interesting. Okay, so.
Fly guy said to pod 17.
All right, so that was Ian and Roman. We might come back to their video once again another day, but I hope 1 week to learn how to draw and sell my art. Okay, that's actually interesting. Let's go to that one next. Hold on. That's actually interesting. I have 1 week to learn how to draw and sell my art. Okay, it's again okay. So if you guys enjoy this, like, subscribe, share, follow, and comment. I hope to see you guys in the next one. And a lot of great stuff. We're going to watch the next video from them. I think this is going to be interesting. This one's 9 months ago, so we're going to jump over there. So with that said, I'll see you guys next one.